This is Doofy McButterscotch, and we are back to do some more of Dustin Hoffman. I'm fairly sure we'll get done with it, unless I take forever to do these last 4 movies. But anyway, Kramer versus Kramer. Well, it's not the Kramer from that one show about money, and it's not the Kramer from Seinfeld. It's 2 different Kramers that are lesser known. One of which is played by Dustin Hoffman, and one is played by Meryl Streep. And it's all about a big divorce. So if you like that sort of thing, this is your cup of tea. All about a big divorce and all about, like, custody over a child. It's a fairly good drama. I won't spoil who wins. Well, I will. Kramer actually wins, and Kramer is actually the one who loses. So, sorry if I spoiled that for you. But if you were expecting Kramer to win, nope. It was actually Kramer. But anyway, yeah, it's a decent flick. The Graduate. Well, this one's fairly different and old. It's one of Dustin Hoffman's first movies. I don't know if it was his first movie ever or one of his first. I am not absolutely certain. But it's one of those old-fashioned comedies that was a barrel of laughs back in the day, I'm sure. But nowadays it's kind of alright. I mean, it's all about, like, Dustin Hoffman, who's the graduate, who basically bangs a cougar. This is one of the very first movies about a cougar. Not an actual animal cougar, but an older woman who likes hanging out with younger guys. For everyone who doesn't know the cougar reference. I know there's some people who don't, so I just want to cater to them on this one. Make sure everyone is on the same page here. But it's a decent one. He eventually ditches the old bitch and goes for her daughter, which is different. So there's that. So it's really all over the place, and it's one fuck up after the next, and that kind of makes it funny, and it's a decent movie, and it's got that one famous line in it. Let's see, what was it? Are you trying to seduce me? Or something like that. Yeah, that line's in there. So as soon as that comes up, he'll be like, ah, yeah, I saw the whole movie and the line. There you go. Sphere. Let's move on to that one. Well, this one's got old Samuel L. Jackson in it too, but it's not on his top 10. It's science fiction. It's perfect for Sci-Fi Channel. And I think that's where I actually watched it on, the Sci-Fi Channel. And Dustin Hoffman, along with Samuel L. Jackson and Sharon Stone. There might be a few others, but they're all like researchers or astronauts or one of the stereotypical people that go out there and explore the world and find shit. It could be set in space or the world. It's been a little while since I've watched it. I think it was like years ago, but I'll do my best to give a review on it. There's some sort of weird sphere that does some weird power shit. This isn't the best review, but it's an interesting flick. I liked it. I can't say anything bad about it. I give it a thumbs up. It's got a few little complications here and there, but I liked it. So Doofy recommended it. Hero. Now this one, it's kind of weird because it's not really about a hero, or it is, but it isn't. Dustin Hoffman plays the role of the hero, but he doesn't want to be acknowledged as a hero. He'd rather lie back in the shadows and do his own thing. And Andy Garcia is the lying bastard who takes all the credit for the hero stuff. I think Dustin Hoffman saves someone and Andy Garcia takes the credit for it. And there's a news reporter played by Gina Davis who's like, hey, Dustin Hoffman, this piece of shit Andy Garcia is taking credit for something you did. Aren't you gonna correct him? And Dustin Hoffman's like, I don't really give a shit. I just want to drink booze and do whatever. And Gina Davis gets frustrated over that shit, and it's just a shitstorm from back to front. And it's kind of a little annoying because Dustin Hoffman eventually doesn't do anything at the end. So it's kind of difficult to get through if you're easily frustrated. I definitely don't recommend Hero because it will frustrate the fuck out of you. But there are other movies that will frustrate you a hell of a lot more. But yeah. Anyway, what do we think of Dustin Hoffman? Well, I would have to say that a lot of these actors since I've watched so many movies, a lot of them seem like they just play the same role over and over and over again. Some of them just don't have any, they have no range. They're character actors, like Steve Buscemi. He always plays the weird guy. And like Ben Stiller, he always plays the frustrated, angry guy. But I mean, Dustin Hoffman, I think I'm not going to say he's the only actor in here that has a lot of range, but I'd say this guy has a lot of talent. He can do a lot of shit. He can be the bad guy, he can be the good guy, he can be the in-between guy. He can play the role of fucking anything. You can say, hey, Dustin Hoffman, can you do this? Yep. Hey, Dustin Hoffman, can you do that thing over there? Hey, Dustin Hoffman, dress up as a lady. He does it. He can do fucking anything. He's super talented, and it's a shame he's not in as many movies these days, because he's a real talented guy. Yeah, I think he's one of the favorites out there. He's got a lot of range, and I like how actors can do more than one thing, because some people, they just play the same fucking role over and over and over and over and over again. The only thing that changes is the plot and the name of the character. But anyway, I think he deserves not 1 thumbs up, but 2 thumbs up, because he's great. Anyway, moving on to Anthony Hopkins. Start with Hannibal. We'll get to Silence of the Lambs later. But Hannibal is the sequel right after Silence of the Lambs, and it's a little bit more gross than the other one was. They dial it up a notch, because I guess since one was made in 91 and one was in 2001, they can afford to have a more gory special. So they make Anthony Hopkins less of a smart serial killer and more into just a homicidal psychopath. So they kind of stray from that, and Jodie Foster actually quit the whole series because she didn't want to be involved in Hannibal at all. So that's a little bit of trivia for you, but I found it a little bit, definitely wasn't as good as Silence of the Lambs. It wasn't as artistic. It was still a good movie, but it just wasn't that as good. But I think I'm actually going to stop it here, and we'll do Silence of the Lambs later, because we're running out of time. I've only got like 30 seconds, and there's no fucking way I'm going to be able to give a review on Silence of the Lambs in 30 seconds. It can't be done. So I'll see you next time.